it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. So today I'm going to finish up my little collage cinch book. I mean, it's going to be a glue book, a collage book, a whatever book. You know. Anyways, okay, so yesterday I made a masterboard and I cut it up. And then I showed the glue crew, but last night I went around and I added faux stitching. It's just a stamp that I have. So I added faux stitching to all of the masterboard that I did yesterday on camera. And then I made another masterboard that was exactly the same. And I added some stamps, but a little less. And I didn't add any border. So I'm going to put these, I'm going to alternate these. So you have, you know, one with stamp, one without, yada, yada. And then I'm going to make a cover today for my little cinch book. And I'm also going to show you how I cinch mine together. So let's get started making the covers first. And I'm just going to use some of this faux coffee dyed paper that was sent to me in a Happy Mail. And an old popcorn box that I have in my cardboard stash. Yes, I keep fun little boxes. My family's so good about keeping them for me. So my book is 4x4. You can make your book bigger if you would like than your actual book. So these are all 4x4 inches. I'm still going to make my cover the same, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to cut some cardboard and I'm going to cut it to 4x4. Okay, now I have my two pieces, my front and my back for my cover. Now this is kind of a thinner cardboard. If you want something thicker, use something thicker. For this glue book that I made for my grid gluing, I used the back of a desk calendar. This is pretty thick. This is like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch thick. What do you call that? Chipboard. So I'm just using cardboard. I think it's enough for these little things. That's what I've always used in the past. So what I'm going to do now is glue these down onto some paper. So let's do that. I'm just going to add some glue on here. You can use double-sided tape for this or wet glue, whatever you want to use. I'm just using this glue stick because it's sitting right here. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a border all around the paper. That way I can cut it and wrap it around. So we're going to do that. So let me cut off a little bit here. About like this. There we go. All right, and then I'm just going to repeat for the other side as well. Okay, so now those papers can go away to the scrap bin. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a little angle to the corner here, and same on this side. So you're just cutting out a little notch. This makes it easier to fold and it looks a lot more polished and nice in the end. Okay, now the key part to this that I have found personally is if you get one of your score tools, you can get a bone folder or whatever, but I'm just going to go around and score all of these edges because that will really help me bend the paper over and make it nice, clean, crisp, and even all the way around. So once I do that, then I fold the paper up and I give it a press, starting in the middle, going to the edges. Now this is very flush, very flat, all the way to the edge. No lumps, no bumps, nothing. So scoring it first really helps, pressing it down next. Getting a nice crease there will make it so much more polished when you're done and you're ready to glue these down. Versus just trying to fold these over and glue. It's not going to look as polished, crisp, and clean. If you don't care, then you can totally skip this process, but that will make these so much better. So now you can go in with double-sided tape, glue of your choice. I'm going to use art glitter glue because it has a fine tip and it's quicker than a glue stick for me. And I'm just gonna fold these over now that I have them all nice and crisp. I'm gonna give them one more crease with the glue on there just so it really adheres. Again, it doesn't really matter what type of glue you use here. I always press in the middle first and then go out. That way it's lined up all the way across. There we go. Fold it over in the middle, go across, give it a crease. That really gets the air out from underneath the paper. Even when you think you don't have air there, there's air. So pressing it down after you have the glue on there not only presses the glue flat and really sticks it to both surfaces, but it also gets out all the air so that when it dries, it doesn't puff up and leave you with, you know, little bits that are sticking up. There we go. Okay, so now we have our cover. I'm gonna finish this one and then I'll show you what else we're gonna do with this to decorate. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have my two panels, my front panels and my back panels, I'm gonna cover this part with some of my decorative paper that I used in my book. So these are 4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm gonna make my square that's gonna be put on here 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That will give me just a little tiny border all the way around. Okay, so now it will sit on here like this. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to glue these onto here. Okay, so let's glue this. Oops, oh yeah, okay. Really make sure you get your edges because those are what you do not want to lift. That would not be pretty. If you get your book all done and then your book starts falling apart. So really make sure you get the edges. All right, and then we're just going to put this on here as even as we can. If you don't care if it's even, then don't worry about it. Now the backgrounds are all going to be pretty similar because I used the same papers, but once you collage on them, or you can even add more papers to collage on top, they're going to look totally different. Okay, so now we have all of our 4x4s. We have our covers. There's our book. All right, now I have my, well, now I'm wondering, this is a 1 inch. Do I want bigger than the 1 inch? I might. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna stick with the 1 inch wire. All right, so now I need to punch the holes into my book here, and I have it facing the correct way. So all I'm gonna do, this is my cinch machine. I'm just gonna unhook this. The lid is gonna, or this little handle is gonna come up. I'll move this back just a little bit. Maybe you can see better. Okay. This is what I do. You guys do not have to do this, but when I'm doing something, I always use a piece of scrap paper first to check out my lines from where I'm gonna punch my holes. So let me cut this down to 4x4 real quick. Okay, so I have a piece of scrap paper that is the same size as my book. And on your cinch, there's a little thing here that says center. I'm gonna push this down really quick so you can see. And there's all these little knobs. If I pull these knobs out, that means that hole is not going to punch. So let me put I'm gonna center my paper here in between 2 and 6 inches on the little board here. And I'm going to give it a punch and see if, okay, so that's perfect. Now, if it was gonna go over the edge a little bit, like say this was only half punched right here, if this was only half punched, then I would pull out this little knob here so that it wouldn't punch this hole at all. And that way there wouldn't be a problem. But okay, so I'm going to punch all of these. Now, this is my front. I know this because when I open it, it goes like this. So I'm actually gonna turn them to the side that I want punched. So I'm going to slide my cover in first, get it where it needs to be, press this down, and now here are my holes. So I will just turn that over here. So I'm gonna go finish punching all these out and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have them all cut. You can see straight through the holes, they all match up. So next you wanna get your wire I'm just going to put this down for a second so I can show you guys what I'm doing here. And you're going to get some wire trimmers. So let's count how many holes I have in my book. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to cut my wire to where I have 8 pieces. So on your wire, you have a skinny side and a fatter side. You want to count the number of skinny sides that you have. So I'm going to count to 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So now I know that I need to cut this on this side. Oops, I need to turn my papers over. Right on the edge, on the big side. You don't cut the little side, you only cut the big side. Like that. So now I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. And then you want to trim off, like this is hanging over. I always trim those off. You don't have to, but they do tend to poke sometimes. So I just trim those little bits off, like so. Now I save these little ones because I can make little books with these. Okay, so now you're going to take your cinch machine, you're going to turn it to its side, and you have these little brackets right here. I don't know if you guys, these right here. And this is where you take the bigger side, the wider hoops that are on here, and you just hang them on the side right there. And it works easier for me if I put this on the edge of my table so that it kind of hangs. But you're going to take your book. This is my front cover, okay? This is my back cover. Let me make this easier. All right, so I'm going to do it like this so it's easier. So front, back, okay? I'm going to turn it over to my back. Then take the back piece. This is very important because if you don't do it this way, you're going to put your cinch on backwards. And I see a lot of people selling their junk journals or their glue books with their cinch stuff put on backwards. And I'm telling you right now, if I got mine like that, I'd be livid and I'd send it back because it doesn't flip correctly. Okay, so front, turn it to the back, take your back cover and fold it over so it's now on the back. And this is how you're going to put them on the rings. If you need to do them one at a time, start from the bottom and work your way up. But mine, I can see straight through the holes. They're all lined up. So now I'm just going to put the little loops, the skinny loops, through the holes like so. So now I'm holding it. And you want to make sure that your papers are in the middle of these two like this. It'll come out a lot easier if you have it kind of in the middle. So now you turn your cinch around and you are going to need to unhook the handle there. Now here has different sizes of little numbers here, and that's the size of your wire. So my wire is 1 inch, so I'm going to push this down and rotate it over to 1 inch. Now this is a part where I'm going to kind of hold it for a second here and really kind of look at it from the side and make sure that my wire is kind of in the middle. It doesn't have to be, but it makes it turn out a lot better if it is. Okay, so then you stick it underneath. There's like an area down here for you to put your cinch. You hold it up against the wall and you push this down. And when you pop up, all of your cinch pieces will be cinched together, hence the word cinch. Okay, so let me show you here. We are done with the cinch machine. Oops, let me get all my little papers. Okay, so here it is. So now you're going to flip it around like this. So see how easily this flips? If you don't do it this way, then the back, see how this is where the cinch part is? The cinch part needs to be in the back. Otherwise, these papers can't rotate over the cinch part. So you need the cinch part to be in the back. So this is how you make the correct way of making a cinch. So now I have this all together. I can take this off and this off. And now we can decorate the cover of my book, which is like the best part ever. All right, let's add some things to the cover here. I have a few of these papers left, so I thought it might be kind of fun to just, that one doesn't really show up very well. I don't know, kind of do like a little collage or something here. I could just do a couple of them like this. And then put a little something there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna glue those down. Or should I have them so it's more like this? Decisions, decisions. I think I like it like that better. Okay. So let's glue these down. Just want to add a little something to my cover because, hello, that's the cutest part. All right. So, oops, little piece of paper there. I suppose I could have inked around these, but meh. Okay, and then my thought was I would put something over the top, like, I don't know, a butterfly or a bee or something kind of, I need some kind of embellishment here. Oh wait, what's this one? I do like this one. Ooh, I feel like that one just works, doesn't it? I think I want a bigger mushroom. Not quite this big, but something. That's too big. Okay, well, so far I like that, so I'm gonna add that. I'll keep these here. All right, so let's add that bird. And it's okay if I don't finish my cover right now. This is something that I can totally do. You know what I mean? I like to wait until I find exactly what I want instead of like forcing myself to put something down, if that makes sense. Okay, I liked how the birds, there. Got it. Give that just a little press. Okay, so that's what I'm starting with. Who knows, maybe I will add more to it later. I definitely want to add something. And then I have, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, I have some Tim Holtz from my friend Mel, the little tiny ones. I also have these from her, which are the bigger people, which I love. So I definitely want to use those. Here I just have some kind of vintage ephemera. Oops, I'm knocking things over. Let's see. Oh, what's it say? And leaves the world to darkness and to me. Oh, that's too much. I don't want anything about darkness. Let's see. Anything else? Well, that says Aquarius. I am not an Aquarius. Let's see. Do I want to add? Okay, nothing in here is speaking to me, so I'm just gonna remove that for right now. Okay, let's play inside. I kind of want to add, let me see if one of these will fit. Do I want to add a dude? Look how handsome that guy, look how cool that is, just adding one image. That's all I added. It looks so good, just like that. Oh, this lady, she's too big. Oh, this girl, she's cute. She kind of looks like she's mean or something. She just has that look. Ooh, she's pretty. She would fit. She looks like she means business. She's like the head of the school or something. She fits too. She looks really good. I want to add her. Could add her with like a flower behind her or something. Okay, I'm going to go to Keely's book for flowers. I want to look for a flower to put behind her head. So let's find something relatively small. I don't want it to be too big. Maybe this would look nice. Kind of want something with a pop of color. Ooh, these are pretty. Maybe I'll use those. Those might look good. Okay, let's cut those. And if they don't look good, then I'll save them for another piece. It'll be fine. Okay. I just kind of want to see if these would... Oh, I do like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out. Okay, so I finished cutting these out. So what I was thinking is, get back there. I could put her down and just have these, or should I have it be on this side? Well, now I'm not so sure. Oh, I could have it kind of going over her face a little bit. I don't know why I like that, but I kind of do, so I'm just going to try it. The thing about arts and crafts is you have to take some chances sometimes, because that's how we learn. So I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to see if I like this flower half on her head and half not on her head. So how do I want to do this? I think I'll just add a little bit of glue right here just to get the flower to stick to her there. Oh wait, I didn't want the flower that far on her. Oh my goodness. Back it up, Tare. Okay. There we go, it's a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm just going to add glue under her right here, just kind of along the edge, so the flower will adhere itself. Okay. And then all over my lady. I'm using my art glitter glue for this because the cardstock that the person is on, the lady, is really thick. It's one of the Tim Holtz ones. And while I do believe my glue stick would hold it, this is one, way easier, less messy, and it has a quick hold, and I know for a fact that this will hold very well. So I'm going to add her right here. Okay, give her a little pressy poo. Oh my gosh, something just hit my window. It was like a butterfly. It was a huge grasshopper. It was a grasshopper. It hit my window. It's huge. Okay, so I have that. Love it. Okay, now, what do I want to add? Maybe I could add like a little word or something. I think I'll go with black just to tie in the black and white photo here. I could use white. White wouldn't look bad, but I really feel like the black would look better. I feel like the black looks better on everything, to be honest. But okay, so I like this one. Start doing things you love. I like that. Where's my... Do I want... I'm just going to separate all of these letters. So start... I'm going to just have them on here wonky too. Doing... You guys, guess what I saw this morning? You'll never guess. It's the first time I've ever seen one before. I saw a baby hummingbird. It was so tiny. I was like, what? Is that Tinkerbell out there? I'm not even joking. I was like, what is that? No, it was a baby hummingbird. And it was like, it looked like a quarter. It was crazy. Okay, so there we have that. Now I want to go around. Where's my pen? Oh no, did I take my pen out that I always use? Oh, here's another one. Perfect. Oh, I love how prepared I am. Okay, so I'm just going to take a marker and I'm going to very messily kind of flick out the edges here because I like it to kind of overlap. I don't know. It just looks better to me when it's messy. If you don't like that, don't do it. You can just put a straight black line here. It doesn't have to be all like mine, messy and all that jazz. Okay, and then I kind of, once I get my original line, I kind of come through and add some messier lines. That's just me. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. It's just a little something something, and it's fun to play around. So that's what I'm doing. Whew, it's getting hot already. It's supposed to be 100 degrees again today. All right, so there we have my first page in my little collage glue book. So cute. Definitely need to add more things to this. This is way too plain for me. I kind of wish I would have added some stamping to this paper before I did that. But anyways, I wanted the cover to be a little bit more plain because these are all pretty, you know, bright and such. But I'm excited about this. This is going to be a really fun little book. And all this was two 12 by 12 pieces of paper that I cut down. So I'm excited to play in here, and I hope you guys are excited to play in it with me. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you did too. If you have any questions on the cinch machine, please just let me know. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to drink your water. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.